Ready to become a Superman? Let's do this! Welcome to another episode of the series, The Mind. You are watching The Leza Show, your source of inspiration to unleash the tiger within you and finally build the life and business you love. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button so that you get notified every Friday when I post a new episode. So in the last episode, we made the distinction between your conscious and your subconscious mind. We talked about how 95% of your brain activity is beyond your conscious awareness. So the majority of your decisions, emotions, actions, behaviors are all heavily influenced by the programming of your subconscious. Also, we talked about how and when your subconscious mind was programmed, and I said that in this week's episode, I will show you how to reprogram your mind, how to eliminate your limiting beliefs, develop new habits, and basically change your life for the better. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, then definitely go back and check my previous episode of this series where I explain all that in great detail so that you can follow me through. As powerful as your brain is, it has got a few limitations, and science tells us that one of them is that it cannot distinguish real from imaginary experience. So whether you are experiencing something in real life or you are imagining this experience, your brain will still encode this as a new memory. Every new experience, every new memory you encode in your brain changes its program. Don't believe me? Let's have a look at this famous experiment. Volunteers were asked to play a simple sequence of piano notes each day for 5 consecutive days. Now, their brains were scanned each day in the region connected to the finger muscles. Another set of volunteers were asked to imagine playing the same notes instead, also having their brains scanned each day. Now, the top 2 rows in the image show the changes in the brain in those who played the notes. The middle 2 rows show the changes in those who simply imagined playing the notes. Now compare this with the bottom 2 rows showing the brain region of the control group who didn't play or imagine playing the piano. It is quite obvious that the changes in the brain in those who imagined playing the piano are the same as those who actually played the piano. Now imagine this. How many times have you had a nightmare and your heart started beating faster, you started sweating, you felt anxious, scared, and it felt so real that basically you had exactly the same response as if it was happening in real life. And that's a proof in your direct experience that what you imagine to be happening is actually happening as far as your brain is concerned. Now, in this case, you imagine danger, and therefore your brain prepares you to fight or fly, and you release cortisol and adrenaline, pushing blood towards the major muscles to give you strength to do just that. Now, this is awesome news because given the fact that your experiences is probably the number one thing that shapes your subconscious programming as an adult, you can literally create any experience you want just by visualizing it. Every time you do this, your mind will encode this as a new memory. The more you do it, the better, because guess what? Your brain doesn't want you to think every time you do something repeatedly. It wants to save as much energy as possible. So it will start creating new neurological paths, new connections, so that you do it on autopilot. And then when this happens, when you develop these new patterns in your head, you changed your programming, you changed your belief system, and that automatically reprograms your filter, your reticular activating system, which we talked about in my previous episode. Go back and check it out. Your reticular activating system will start looking out for all the information, all the evidence that confirms your new belief system. Start visualizing yourself being confident, and you will start looking out for all the opportunities to show your confidence. Visualize that you are the person who always closes great deals at work, and you'll start spotting the opportunity. You will start meeting the people you need to meet to get you there. You will start developing the skills that are required to do this. There is a very specific way that you've got to visualize. First of all, you've got to close your eyes, and this is because you want to cut all the external stimuli. You want to shut down the external world. You want to step into a new world, your imagination. You've got to then start visualizing whatever it is that you want to create. It has to be very clear. You have to see the details. You have to use all your 5 senses. You've got to taste it, touch it, hear it, smell it. You've got to consciously feel exactly how you would feel if you were there, just as you do when you're dreaming. You've got to live it as much as possible. Do not stop visualizing until you literally fall in love with your life, until you live it fully and it seems so real, just as if it was a real experience. So when you develop this skill of visualization, it's almost like you become a superhero, because you literally can create, if not everything, almost everything. Now, when is the best time to visualize? Well, as I said in my previous episode, your brainwave state when you were little was such that you were just accepting everything without questioning it. It was going directly to your subconscious, and this is how you developed all the programs in your head. This state is called theta, and as adults, we reach theta state just before we go to sleep or when we wake up. You know, when you just went to bed and you are sort of sleeping-ish, but you are not into this deep sleeping mode yet. And you know, in the morning when you wake up and you know what's happening around you, but you are not fully awake yet. So at these points of your day, your brain is more open to suggestion. The way I say it is that you literally bypass your conscious mind and your filter, and you talk directly into your subconscious. So you get directly to the root of the problem, and there you can make changes and plant new beliefs. Those moments are perfect for visualization, but another effective technique is to listen to subliminal tapes instead. This technique is called self-hypnosis, and basically when you go to bed, you listen to the program that you want to install in your mind, just like a computer. You use tapes to reprogram your subconscious mind. You can select literally any program that you desire to put in your mind, and you can get that from the link below. I'll put a link below. There are programs for almost anything that you want to do. You might want to overcome addictions, become better in business, become more productive, more confident, attract love, improve your health, you name it. The list goes on forever. There is literally a program for almost everything that you want to do. Definitely check it out. These will have exactly the same effect on your reticular activating system as visualization. It will reprogram your filter, and you will start spotting only opportunity, only things that confirm your new belief system, and the possibility is truly endless. Visualization and self-hypnosis are amazing techniques that you can implement. But there is actually another thing that you can do to reprogram your mind, and this is while being conscious in your everyday life. So what you do, let's take an example. Say you are an emotional person and you just want to get rid of this belief. You don't want to get emotional every time something happens. You just want to be in control of your emotions. So what you do is, whenever you see this arising, this pattern appearing in your everyday life, you've got to bring awareness to it. You've got to see this happening, right? You've got to recognize that it's there. And then once you see this, you catch it, you interrupt it. You interrupt the pattern and you replace it with the thought of you, the image of you being in control of your emotions. Be the person who is going to be calm and peaceful no matter what happens, and who is going to find the solutions, and who is not going to be the person who is going to cry for nothing. And then you get this image in your head again and again and again. And what did we say? Your brain does not want you to think when you do something repeatedly. And so you do that again and again and again, and you will eventually change this pattern and you will start building new patterns. Now you know exactly what to do to reprogram your mind, and basically you've got all the knowledge you need in your hands to become a superhero. But Tiger, jokes aside, let me tell you this, reprogramming your mind, changing the programs you've had in your head since you were that little, very little, that's a little bit difficult, you can understand. It will require a lot of effort, a lot of time and patience on your behalf. So don't get discouraged. You've got to put in the work if you want to get the benefit. And you've got to give it time. And when I reached that point into my journey, I started, the next thing that popped in my head, the next question was, hang on a minute, if 95% of my life is run by my subconscious and now I want to change it as well. So if 95% is subconsciously made, then do I truly have free will? Can I truly choose what I want, or is my life predetermined? And that's exactly what I'm going to discuss in my next episode, so be sure to watch that. Now, I want to hear from you. Write below in the comments, which techniques are you most likely to use? And if you've used any of them, what was the benefit? Did you get any benefit out of it? Let us know. And if you want more advice on how to build the life and business you love, then head over to AnthelyLazaro.com, my blog, where I share useful insights, tips, and tricks to help you and inspire you to become the best version of yourself and live your best life. If you like this episode, hit the like button and be sure to subscribe so that you never miss another episode. And obviously, share with someone you love and you want to help. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you next time for the third episode of this series. See you next time.